Hi guys, it's Stacy and I'm back with that whole video that I have from Facebook Marketplace. Now I saw this ad on Facebook Marketplace and they had a big tote of stamps that were wood stamps for $5. Now probably these two were the ones that I saw, and these are peeling up now because of me. These were in pretty rough shape. They were dirty, like they were filthy. And so I literally put them in my sink and scrubbed them because it was pretty gross. So, and I have to do some more cleaning, but I figured for $5 it was worth it. I probably wouldn't do it again because unless they let me just pick out the couple of stamps I wanted, but my husband went and got it for me. Anyways, it was a really nice family, he said. So this one was the first one on top that I saw. And so I got this one. It's a Jackie Friedrichs design. Friedrichs? I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but these are old. Like, I'll show you something that was in this box that I was like amazed. So that it's $19.99. And this is a PSX, I believe. Yeah, it's a PSX. See, and I asked my husband when I was cleaning them up, I said something to him like, kids must have got a hold of these because it almost looks like paint. And they were all like, almost all of them were like that. And he said, yeah, there were a lot of kids, and that the young man who brought these out to him said they were his grandma's. And he said he was really polite and sweet. So this one's from $19.99. This is Elegant Ornaments from Susie King. This was another one that caught my eye. It's a stamp impressions. That's what it is. Stampressions. Art stamp. So those were the two that I really saw, and the sentiment. And they're both PSXs. I'll just clean them up more. I kept this one for my husband because his dad loved geese, especially the Canadian geese, because they mate for life. And I saw this one, and all the rubber on these is good. And I thought this would look good with Anna White's stamp sets, so especially the one with the chickens, that I could do that in the like background paper. And then some of these might still be wet, but there's the Stampin' Up! Bear Hug set. These were in a little bit better condition, some of the ones that were in the cases, but I still had to scrub everything. So I thought they were cute, but $5, like really $5. And then I Love You Very Much. These are cute. I went ahead and see, these are wet. This was open. I just wanted to share it with you guys because I was letting these air out. I think I'm going to give this to the kids though. I do like this sentiment because I have a whole bunch, and I asked my daughter and she said the kids would love them. So I'm going to send a big box of these wood block stamps that I did clean up already for the most part. And my husband liked these. He said he wanted to try experimenting with these, but these are Stampin' Up. These are from 1998. See, it looks, and I told my husband, I said, I think kids were using them, and he said that, I don't know if I said this, that young man said, yeah, that the kids were playing with them. Because you could tell, they were just smushed with what looked like paint. And then here's the Stampin' Up! Set, and this one is Christmas. And I think I did see like these images for Christmas ones. And I thought these would be great for tags because they're smaller. But yeah. And some of these other stamps that are in here, I probably put in here just because I decided I was going to keep them. And wanted to put them in here instead of putting them in that box that I'm sitting home with my daughter. And then there's this one. And there's a little bunny in there with goes with the flowers. I thought I could stamp these out and enlarge them on my copier. So I decided to keep them. And then some of the stuff I threw away, there was ink and other stuff in there that was pretty yucky. But yeah, there were some Jolie stickers. These are Jolie's. Here's another Stampin' Up! Set, the flowers. I mean, there's a bunch of little, I don't know if you guys can see all that. It might be too close to the camera, so I'll just do it real quick. But yeah, there's, you know, they're not my jam, but I cleaned them up. They're going to the kids. There were these buttons in there. There was these little dragonflies, these buttons, like a little treasure island. Some little small buttons. There were a bunch of colored buttons too. I'm not going to go get them, but I thought that one was cool with the hardware for boys or for men. And then there were a couple little cardboard pieces in there. There was some other stuff too, but like I said, I just threw it away because it was pretty yucky. It was like, almost like maybe it was stored in like a barn or something. So I cleaned up what I could and tossed what I could for $5. That works, right? And then what I really was surprised on is when I pulled these crayons out. These crayons, I knew that this was the old logo, and I was looking at them, and they're from 1990, and I'm curious. My husband looked, and people sell them for like, and they're like, 2 of the crayons were used, like that one, or like 3, just a little bit, maybe that one too. But I'm curious if these actually work better than the new crayons. I have a box of new crayons. So there's the new Crayola. You guys want to do an experiment and see if they're more pigmented? I'm just going to grab a scratch piece of paper. So let's be fair, right? So here's the new ones, because I have crayons here for my grandson when he comes over. So here's a blue. Is this the same blue? Maybe this one. I know that they changed the name. Bluetiful, and this one's called Blue. Well, they're probably the same. So let's see. Let's try it. So here's the old one. Yeah, this is the old one. This is the new one. Watch them color exactly the same. Well, it is a different color. Yeah, it's a different color. Anyway, I was just curious. I was like, you know, everything's made so cheaply today that I was really curious to if they put more pigments in the old Crayola versus the new. So this one's like, what, 35 years old? Pretty nuts. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I got, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.